Hello, my beautifuls. Elsie here with your sneak peek for this week. How are you, my friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate that you congregate here once a week. Thank you so much for all your clicks and views. I appreciate you so much. So if you are brand new and you've never been here before, I do a sneak peek for the week every week, either on a Monday or Tuesdays when it comes out, and it is for all of the signs. Everything here is timestamped, so in the description below, so you'll be able to scroll this video to find whatever it is that you need, because this reading is for the individuals. So individual energies, I will read a couple of minutes on each. Thank you so much for watching here, and please do not watch tarot just for your sun sign. You really don't know what's going on. I really hope that you will take the time to go find somewhere that's free on the internet to find a natal chart that'll tell you at least your moon and your rising, so you can watch for all of those, and things will start to make a little more sense. So we do start with Aries, and that's what we're going to do. If you're brand new, thank you for clicking here and trying this. We like to be in the comments around here, so I hope that you like to be in the comments as well. Thank you so much for your silent thumbs up if that's the way you want to support this channel, but being in the comments is wonderful as well. Thank you so much for doing all of that. I appreciate you. And when you hit the thumbs up, this video goes to other people who might come running, so thank you for doing that. All right, here we go. We are starting with Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for this week. Whenever you find this reading, it's always going to be for the next 7 days. Let's talk about Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about Aries, a sneak peek for this week for Aries. Tell me what's going on with Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. We start out with the moon, my friends. We have the Seven of Swords is here. We have the Emperor as well. Interesting energy. So it looks like there is something that's being concealed by the moon, something that you don't know about the Emperor. The Seven of Swords, as it's here in the upright, tells me that there is something that's being concealed. The moon energy is Pisces and Cancer energy, but it is the energy of something that's maybe deep down or being hidden, or maybe things aren't as they seem, dear Aries. We've got you here, the Emperor. So there's something that you don't see, something that's possibly being concealed from you this week. We have the Seven of Wands. Couple of sevens here. The Tower. There's a Tower for you this week. We've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. So it feels like there is something that is going to give you a little more clarity this week, Aries. I feel like you're getting some clarity on something that you had previously wondered about. You're wondering if there is a cycle that is coming to an end, or if it's already ended. It feels like there's a standoff, is what I want to say, between you and your job, or you and a person, or you and a situation. The Seven of Wands is here, and although you've decided to take the higher ground, I feel it's caused you to be silent. The moon energy tells me that things here are not as they appear, and I feel like the Tower answers that and says, absolutely, Aries, you're about to get some real clarity this week on something that you thought was over. I feel like something isn't over. So we do have Aries energy here. We have Scorpio energy here, and the Tower comes to bust down the illusion. It feels like you have some sort of an illusion that something is over, and I feel like the Tower is coming this week for you to make you realize that things aren't really as they seem. It's going to give you some clarity. I feel like something is being concealed from you for a reason. Tower is the Six of Pentacles. There is going to be some sort of reciprocity here. Possibly you're giving it, or maybe you're receiving it. Tell me what that's about. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Seven Pentacles. It's something that's been growing in the background, Aries. Something that you don't realize, that even though it became dark and you couldn't see it, I feel like it continued to grow. in the dark. Some things do grow in the dark. Mushrooms grow in the dark. Matcha tea leaves grow half the year in the dark. You know, it makes things more intense. It makes things, it feels like nourishing. Whatever it is that you're going to find out this week is going to cause you to possibly reach out to someone and get reciprocity, or maybe someone's about to reach out to you. But we do have the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me that something is about to change and there's a new beginning in your pentacle world. So some of you could be starting a new job, or maybe you left your job to go to a business, like to open a business. But we do have somebody who's finally throwing their seeds of intention. The 6 and the Ace are 7. And in order to be able to figure out what you want to do or how you want to grow, you first have to pick a path, right? You first have to pick a path and decide to nurture that path. And so I feel like this Tower that you experience this week is more about clarity. It's more like a realization that you've had about the path that you picked. Somebody here might be waking up. Somebody here might be becoming more aware of the path that they've picked here. Tell me why the 7 of Swords is here. I feel like what you don't know or what you don't see, or what the 7 of Swords is concealing, is the 7 of Wands. So although I feel like you're standing your ground, I feel what you don't see is that someone else also took the higher ground with you. So someone who's your advocate, or someone who decided not to say something to you or make the situation worse. That's what it feels like to me. Someone decided that I'm just going to hold back, stand my ground, wait for Aries to come see me, and I just don't want to make the situation any worse than it is. Because there are things that we haven't spoken of, things that we haven't talked about at all. Tell me about the 7 of Swords, please, for Aries this week. Got the Queen of Cups. What's being concealed are heavy-duty feelings. Heavy feelings, yeah. Feelings of love here. We got the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I think I said that was Pisces and Cancer. With the Moon energy, Aries, we got Scorpio here. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody's about to work on some love. And I feel like it's going on in the background. Like it feels like somebody's going to work, possibly for some of you, it could be that we're in the holiday season. Possibly you need to reach out to your mother, right? Or your father. The Queen of Cups is here, is feminine leaning mostly, the majority of that energy. So it could be a matriarch. It could be a mother or a grandmother or a sister. It feels like you have not been talking to them, or there's been a break in communication. Something is being concealed here. The 8 of Pentacles, I think you really want to work on it with this person. Whether they are a romantic love interest or whether they are someone in the family, the 8 of Pentacles shows up. Pardon me. The 8 of Pentacles shows up, and I feel like you are about to, start building something again. So I want to say that with the 3 of Pentacles showing up, that it is, for some of you, this is a friend, possibly a friendship that you've been hiding your feelings from. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles. You might be wanting to work on that. It feels like we got to the 3 of Pentacles as friends, like we were on each other's team and we knew each other in the Pentacle world. And, we maybe went out with friends, or I know you through a friend of a friend. But it feels like you've never really told somebody about how you feel about the situation with them. Whether the situation is about family, about a matriarch, about love, or about romantic love. And if it is romantic love, I feel like something stopped at the 3rd pentacle, I want to say. So I feel like the 5 pentacles, between the 3 and the 8, there is 5, right? I feel like with the 5 pentacles not present, it's like we're feeling like we're not connected, or I need to connect back to you. But I feel like it's being concealed. Yeah, I don't feel like you're showing that to anybody here. Why do we have the 10 of Swords? Aries, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the description below this video. Click on the link that says more. You'll be able to go to Wizio to get me there. We've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it feels like you don't know if it's over, and there needs to be a conversation. We need to figure out what's going on here. We need clarity, honesty. I feel like you're thinking about reaching out to someone here. The Queen of Pentacles is here. You could be dealing with someone who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, dealing with somebody who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is Capricorn, but also Taurus and Virgo in this reading. So we have the Hierophant here. And I feel like what you're wondering is something is over. I feel like there has to be a conversation between you and somebody else. Look, we've also got the Queen of Swords here. So we've got 3 queens. We could be talking about an Empress, and we just haven't seen the Queen of Wands yet. And that's the one that takes action. So I feel like somebody that you're not speaking to someone because they haven't taken action and you're waiting for them to take action. We don't see the Queen of Wands. So the Ace of Swords is here. And so I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords that you know that you need to have a conversation in order to find out if something is still in play or if it's over or if it's ending. The Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Swords, take it as it resonates. You could be speaking with either one of those. But really what I think is happening here is I feel like there is some love between you and somebody else, whether it's romantic, platonic, or in the family. And I feel like a conversation needs to be had with someone who is the Queen of Pentacles. So someone possibly who is in earth energy. I feel like the Queen is going to liberate themselves. I feel like if you do reach out, this person's going to speak with you. This person has been waiting to speak with you. The Queen has been waiting to be very honest, has been waiting to liberate themselves. I want to say that this particular Queen is somebody who doesn't have their eye on you. This is someone who's focused on their own pentacle world. They are focused on getting clarity about their own pentacle world, their money, how they're building their life, their business. This is somebody who's very focused on themselves, and that might be why there's been no conversation. But the Tower is here, right? We have the Hierophant and we have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. I feel like you've gotten some sort of higher knowledge about a new path in love. And we've got the Four of Wands here. I feel like feels like a realization here that the Emperor is having some sort of a realization about where they really want to invest their time, invest their money, where they really want to grow. Somebody has decided to pick a path. Emperor, I think it's you. I think you've decided to pick a path. Tell me more about this Tower, please. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. You want to reconnect to somebody here. Oops. We've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Four of Cups, and we have the World card. And so I feel like you no longer want to be in this place where you're not giving love or receiving love. Wherever it is, it feels redundant. It feels like you're bored of the energy. It feels like you need to end this energy before you're going to be able to receive that Tower. You have to make the decision that you've got to get yourself out of this Four of Cups energy. You might feel like you've left something behind or that something didn't work out as planned. Yeah. I feel like you really do want to give reciprocity to someone. I feel like there's going to be a reconnection here this week. We're going to open a new chapter here. There's going to be a reconnection after a long time of being stuck. Feeling like you're hanging there, like you had no answers, just being stuck. Not, it feels like you, in your gut, you're wanting this new start. You think that there's this new start, but you're not trusting your gut. I want to say this week, you really need to trust your gut because somebody you've been disconnected from, I think you're reconnecting to. The Four of Swords in the reverse is about being healed and coming out of that healing, you reconnect to people. So I feel like there's going to be a reconnection that you've been thinking about doing this, but I think this might be the week that you do it here. We do have the Fool. All right. All right, Taurus, here we go. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for being here, for clicking here. I appreciate you. If you're interested in a private reading, Taurus, please look in the description. You will find a link that says more under this video. Click that link. You'll find the link to Wizio. Here we go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up this week, for your sneak peek for this week, Taurus? Taurus, here we go. I'm your Taurus Sun sister, by the way. Here we are. Tell me what's coming up this week for Taurus. Something is about to begin brand new. Like you might not even feel like this is happening right now because it's very small. It's like a materialization. It's like I feel like something, see something scattered. That's what Charlie's showing him in my mind's eye. Something is scattered, but whoosh, it pulls back together again. And that's what I'm seeing here. You don't see that all the pieces are coming together. You don't see that things in the background are coming together. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Something that was It feels like particles exploded. It feels like everything's scattered. Something that was scattered previously is coming back together. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is all earth energy here. Taurus, look at that. We've got 8, 9, 10. Taurus, something's coming that is changing your life, or changing something is about to change things up. And I think I said that in the bonus read yesterday, actually. Feels like it's a continuation of that energy. The Ace of Pentacles is the place where you decide what you're going to do. It's the path that you decide you're going to take in the 3D. So it feels like something's changing, I want to say, changing within your 3D world. And I feel like for some of you, it's money. That there's 10 Pentacles here. I feel like there's some money coming that you don't know about. And it's not going to be for everybody, but you don't know about some sort of money that's going to be given to you or dropped on you. Or there's, it's your Pentacle world. We're looking at work here, the Eight of Pentacles. So you've done a whole lot of work, or you've worked really hard on something, and this is the payout. The 10 Pentacles is the payout. It doesn't have to be a long-term relationship, but it definitely could be money. It's about to get really a lot better with your abundance here, my friend. It starts out with some sort of a gift. Like, it could be someone who gifts you money, someone who says, I really want to help you in your business. I want to breathe a little bit of life into your business so you have a little bit of wiggle room, or something like that. It could be a promotion at work. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It's something that you've put the hard work in on, and you're about to get a payback from the universe. It feels like you've been working really hard on the self, hard on your stability, Taurus. Not only the stability of your financial world, but stability within self, because this is also about, working really hard on you. Self-mastery. We have the Sun, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Taurus, I think that somebody is charging in to see you here. It feels like that there is the Sun here. It could be a Leo. It could be another Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It could be an Aquarius. The King of Swords is here. It could also be Libra or Gemini, because this is a reading that is a general reading, right? We do have the Queen of Wands in the distance here. I want to say that there is somebody coming in, Taurus, that wants to change your life. They want to offer you an influx of money or some stability. They're coming in probably with a gift. Like, I feel like it's like a holiday thing. It's like, I just wanted to drop this gift off for you. Whether this person is feminine or masculine, I feel like this person, it almost feels like you're working really hard. You're focused on yourself, on your work, on your home. Maybe you're doing something in your home. You're changing up your home, but something in your Pentacle world is taking form. I feel like it's growing and it's taking form. This King of Swords in the reverse, though, it feels to me like somebody arrives or somebody wants to speak with you, but this person, I feel, does not have the best intentions for you, so be careful. We have the Two of Swords, and I think you already know that this person doesn't have the best intentions for you. The Two of Swords is here with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone who is, the King of Swords in reverse is someone who's being illogical, someone who's not being honest, they're doing shady shit. This is someone who might love bomb you, someone who might come to you with words of, whatever they have to say to you in order to get you to do what they want you to do, in order to manipulate you. I don't know that you're really down for it, though. It's almost like you feel it right away, I want to say. And it's like you really don't want to invite any energy into your life, Taurus, that is going to screw with your money. It's going to screw with your stability. I don't think that you're into that. I feel like that's what the Two of Swords is. I feel, are blocking somebody. And it could be on social media, but I feel like you're blocking their energy or blocking the conversation. It could be a Leo. Somebody is coming in here with, they want you to think that they have the best intentions. I want to say that you've been growing and that you see it coming. I want to say that even though her eyes are covered, that I feel like she's still listening, right? Even though her eyes are covered, she's still listening. And I think that you are, I think you are listening. You're listening to your emotions. You're listening to what's going on around you here. The birds are here. There's 2 birds. I don't really feel like I trust this king energy here, this King of Swords in the reverse. I don't feel like I trust it. This person is incredibly attractive. I feel like they're really attracted to you, and I really feel like you're very attracted to them. And I think that's what they're kind of hoping for. This person is coming in to bring you the Knight of Cups, coming in to bring you romance. They want to know if you have feelings too. This person is someone who is very attracted to you. And there's the 10 of Pentacles. They do want a long-term relationship. But look, the 5 of Swords is here. It feels like there's arguments, or we don't agree on things. There's things that we can't agree on. I don't agree the way you live your life, and you don't agree with the way I live my life. I think there's too many differences here, or too many arguments, or... Oh, but look, there you are, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between you that cannot be resolved. And I feel it probably has something to do with your Pentacle world, Taurus, that you don't want to be thrown off your path. Because look, this looks really beautiful. I think, though, that this King of Swords, whoever they are, they don't have to be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. This is the energy of someone who's trying to trick you. Someone who's using a lot of really... they're going to try and make you think that they are being very honest, that they're trying to be very clear with you. But I think you already got them on the way in. I want to say, like the two of Swords tells me that you're just blocking the sun. You've got your blindfold on and you're blocking the sun. And what you're doing is you're listening, feeling. You're not looking at it for what it is. Because you've already looked it over. I feel like you already know what this is. And so we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like when this person comes at you and they're going to try and give you all of these words, they're going to try essentially and talk you into something. So whatever that is, I feel like you're holding them off. I feel like you know that they're probably lying to you, Taurus. We got the 5 and 2 is 7, and you're not going to let them pass the gate. I think that this person is used to you speaking to them in plain terms because you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You're also showing up as the Queen of Wands, though. So I think that this person really does have big feelings for you, Taurus, but I'm just going to say I don't really trust them. That they want, they're going to come in and tell you that you're the 9 of Cups and that they want the 10 of Pentacles with you and all of that. But I'm just going to say, sweetheart, please be careful with this energy because I don't think that this person is being honest. I don't think that they're being honest here. This is someone that you haven't spoken to in a while or you've been disconnected from. But look, I feel like they disconnected from you. I think you're on the outside looking in because they ran. We have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. Look, you might get them into a 10 of Cups. There's no question. You might decide to let this person in for some of you. You might decide to love them. You might decide that it's time that we're going to try and make this work, but it doesn't work. It does get to the 10 Cups. You can move them in. You can have happiness for a short period of time, but then it ends. And it ends in Swords. It ends in you being duped. It ends in you someone lying to you, stabbing you in the back. This person, this character here is not someone that you want in your life. We got the 5 of Swords that's come up again, the 6 of Swords. Yeah, it's telling you to be on your way. Use your intuition here, Taurus, because this person I feel is not for you. I feel like your gut is really going to be telling you, look, send them on their way. 6 of Swords is here. We have the 5 of Swords is here. So I feel like you know that nothing has changed. That's what it is with the 5 of Swords. Nothing has changed. We're still at our deadlock here. Nothing has changed, and I think you have more wisdom than that, my friend. I think that you have more wisdom than that, and you're going to let them know that. Look, this is the last time I'm going to be clear with you, and then I'm cutting you out. I have too much wisdom. I've worked too hard to find my light, and I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with your shenanigans. All right, Taurus, brace yourself. Somebody's coming in to try and talk their way into your life, Taurus. All right. Gemini. Here we go, Gemini. This is for you. This is your sneak peek for this week, Gemini. If you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. You'll see the link for more. Click that, and you'll be able to see the link to Wizio, which is the only place you can book me. Readings begin at $40. Tell me about Gemini for this week. Sneak peek for this week. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Tell me about Gemini. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, I like it. Somebody here is getting better sleep, so I feel like you're less anxious than you were. I feel like you stopped looking into the past and looking, this is a card of maybe living right in the moment, right? When the Nine of Swords is in the reverse, it feels like you're no longer overthinking things. They're no longer occupying your mind, Gemini. You're letting something go. You're going to wait for that last sword so you can close this. You can close this cycle here, but understand that the Nine of Swords is the place where you can drop the burdens. You can drop, all of this stuff, and I think that you are, and you just need to wait for, the last sword to end the cycle. We have, and there's the last sword with the Magician. So I feel like what you're doing is you've decided to let something go, Gemini. Something that you have been thinking about on a loop or obsessively for a while. Something that had been interrupting your life, interrupting your sleep, interrupting your thoughts. The Magician is here. I feel like you kind of get a hold of it all because the Magician is carrying all the four aces, right? And so the Ace of Swords is here with the Magician. So I feel like you are just about to end some sort of a cycle where it was painful to think about something. It was painful to remember something here. And it's possibly that somebody has pushed you out of their life. You also could be dealing with financial issues here, Gemini, this week. I feel like, that's no psychic prediction because we are in the holiday season, and be careful with your overspending, I want to say. Be careful with your overspending. You don't want to give so much to others that you're struggling with yourself. I feel like the thing that you've decided not to worry about anymore is that you're disconnected from someone or you're on the outside looking in. And I don't think you're going to worry about that anymore. We've got the Three of Pentacles here. It might be with a friend, Gemini, somebody who you know through friends or friend of a friend. I want to say that this person made you put more work into the situation than they were. I feel like you were the one who was chasing and planning and let's do this and let's do that. And I feel like you were always worried, like if you didn't have the next thing planned, that this person wasn't going to pay attention to you here. It could be a friendship that we're talking about. The Three of Pentacles is about working really hard on a situation, but it's also about like you doing all the work and some people looking on and watching you do the work. So I feel like you're no longer giving yourself like that to other people. I think that you're ending the cycle of doing that, of being the one who's doing all the hard work. I think that you've decided to turn inward. 5 and 3 is 8. You've decided to turn inward and do some self-realization here. We've got the Two of Cups. So this might be for some of you, this could be a love relationship that has ended. Oh gosh, it sounds like it's actually I just did a reading for you yesterday, Gemini. It was kind of about that, I think. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was though. You're feeling not very happy about the future. The future of this connection here. I really do feel we're talking about a romantic connection. I think you are worrying about money. I think you're worrying about maybe where your next contract is coming from for some of you. I feel like you're having a hard time with making the bills for some of you. The Four of Wands is here with the Three of Pentacles, and I feel like there's, that you might have a side gig possibly that you're picking up in order to be able to make enough to keep things moving here. I feel like with the Magician though and the Three of Pentacles that things are about to change in that respect. I don't think that I think it's a temporary thing. I think it's a temporary, speed bump, I want to say. It's very temporary if it's pertaining to the finances. I feel like you're locked out of heaven. I'm just hearing that song, the Bruno Mars song, Locked Out of Heaven, and it feels like somebody has locked you out, or that there's been a relationship Love on the Rocks. Yeah, it's a whole lot of songs today in your reading. So I'm hearing Neil Diamond, Love on the Rocks. Tell me no secrets and I'll tell you no lies. It feels like you feel that someone isn't being truthful with you here. And that may be what you may have been the one that pushed them out. You may be the one who's on the outside looking in, but I feel like someone feels like they're locked out of your life, or you locked them out, or you're about to, because the Nine of Swords is in the reverse. It's like the Nine of Swords is in the reverse and the Ace is here with the Magician. I feel like you're using your magic to move forward here, to close some sort of a cycle where you were doing all the work in maybe a romantic situation. We've got the Two of Cups here. I think that you're the one that chose. The two is the choice, right? And so I think you're the one that chose to close the door, or you are choosing to close the door. Because with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, we aren't quite at the end of the cycle, but it's inevitably coming. It's inevitable that this cycle is going to close here. We do have the Five of Cups, and I don't think that you feel good about having to do this, but I feel as though you're in a situation where you've become the magician. You realize your worth and that you've been doing all the work, and that somebody else, it's like you're the one that made the relationship lovely. You're the one telling everybody it's wonderful, but this person I don't think is really doing anything for this relationship. Tell me why we're locked out here. Tell me why we're on the outside looking in. King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. We have Aries energy here as well. I think this is the last time, because it feels like this is something that you've been worrying about for a while, and that you feel like this person leaves you out of things. And so I feel like it is about love. I feel like the King of Cups, that might be your energy. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy here as well. We have I feel like you keep trying to make it work, because you're the one that puts in all the work on the relationship, right? And I'm not saying that they don't at all, but I'm saying that that this is probably a long-term relationship, 3, 5, 10, that this is a long-term relationship. You might be living with this person possibly, or maybe this is the Nine of Swords in the reverse is what is stopping you from moving in with this person. Because I'm just going to say that if you decide to move in with this person, they probably will say yes, but you're going to end up being the workhorse. You're going to end up being the person who is the bringer of money, bringer of food, bringer of mortgage. You're the one who's going to be doing most of the work. This person is in it for, just to hang out and to be with you. I think that there are some real feelings here, because there is love, but this person has no intention on working as hard on this relationship as you do. I feel like with the Judgment here, you're going to have to make a decision, because I feel like, it's the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to keep everything, all the balls are in the air. You're trying to keep everything balanced in love. And I feel like you need to make a really big decision about what you're doing next, because I feel like you're not as happy as the other person in this relationship, and it feels like you're the one that keeps trying to renew it. It's almost like they're trying to walk out the door, but you're holding on, and you're saying, please don't go. But the truth of the matter is, I think this is done. I think it's over, and I think that you know that, because you're coming out of the Nine of Swords, where you were kind of feeling like feeling worried about it, looking into the future. And in the future, as we saw, was the Five of Cups. So you worry about regret, and having regret if you stay in this relationship. All right. Cancer, this is you. Tell me about Cancer, please, for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Cancer. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description below this video. You'll see a link that says more. Click on that link and you'll find the link to Wizio. All right, here we go, Cancer. Pardon me. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. What's coming up for this week? This is your sneak peek for this week, Cancer. Cancer. We have the Star. We've got Aquarius energy off the hop. What are you hopeful about? We've got the Emperor. We've got the Page of Swords. Ten of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. That's what's waiting for you in the future. Ten of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Disconnection emotionally. But you know that the Ten of Cups is in the future. But there's an emotional disconnect here. Somebody walked away looking for the other two cups. Somebody who thought that, maybe this wasn't my thing, and I walked away looking for the other two cups. But I feel like you've been watching somebody here. I feel like your energy is probably the Emperor energy, feminine or masculine. The Emperor is an energy, not just a person, right? So it doesn't have to be Aries. The Emperor is all of the kings, right? So there is water energy in there as well. I want to say that you are hopeful after seeing something online. I feel like it's like some information that you've dug up. We've got the Page of Swords. This is the student, right? You're trying to learn how to heal something. It's like you're trying to watch online. You're trying to get a gist of what someone is doing by watching them online. The star is here, and I feel like what you ultimately want is balance and healing with this person. I feel like you want to pour into them. You want to pour into them emotionally. This person, I feel, is someone that you can't get your mind off of. Just looking at all the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. I think you've been working on yourself. I think you've been healing. So I feel like you're hopeful after seeing something, or some information or knowledge has been unearthed here. Something has come to your attention, something that you've learned while watching someone. Tell me more. Tell me more about Cancer, please, this week. Got Justice and the Hierophant. One more. Got the Strength card, but you're holding back. In the distance, we have the Chariot. There you are. About ready to take action on something, take action on love. We've got the King of Cups is here, and we have the Three of Swords. I feel like you're about to take action on your feelings about someone. You're about to travel to them. There could be distance between you, but it feels like it's distant, I want to say. You intend on getting the victory. Now, when the Emperor wants the victory, the Emperor gets the victory. The Emperor is very strategic. As someone who plans things and doesn't have the luxury of risking the self because of the Empire, because the Emperor does rule the Empire. If he puts himself at risk, he puts everything at risk. So I feel like what you really want is justice. You want justice in some sort of healing or some sort of hopeful energy that you have, that you have seen online, or that you've unearthed some sort of information. The student is here. And when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and the Hierophant is here. So I want to say that you are ready to pour into someone emotionally, right? We saw the King of Cups here, and that's the one who's emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, and ready to share the deepest parts of themselves. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. And we've got Cancer in the Chariot energy. I feel like you are holding back, my friend. This week you are holding back. There is justice here. I feel like what you want is justice. You feel like there's a situation here that is apt to end in some sort of a joining of two people. It feels like you have some sort of a higher wisdom that I think you're listening to your intuition. I think that's what it is. We have Leo here, by the way. We have Taurus. We have Justice, that is Libra. We have Aries. We have lots of majors here. There's going to be lots of change this week, but I feel like the change takes place within you. I think it takes place within you, and I want to say that you are holding back from something that you've learned from the spiritual teacher. It feels like you are watching someone. It could be a Taurus that you're watching, a Libra, or a Leo. I feel like you want to pour into somebody emotionally here. And you're waiting for the right time to do it. I feel like you're hopeful for some sort of, maybe a commitment. It could be the Hierophant is here. Or going on, learning the path of the Hierophant. I think you will get justice if you want it. If you want it, though, you're the one that has to step forward first because the Emperor is here. So you're the one that's taking charge of the situation. So whether or not this does work out for you this week, whatever way you want, you're the one that has to take charge of the situation. The wheel is here. Look, there is no better time for you to get out there and figure out what it is you want and go after it. There's no better time. It's divine timing. This is a fated moment. It's a fated time. It's a fated moment. There's a lot of change going on here, and we already knew that because we saw all of the majors here, the major arcana, right? And the wheel here is telling me that there is going to be change in justice, the way you see justice. I feel like you're going to have some sort of karmic justice that's going to heal you. And it's because you're stepping forward and you're going to ask the right questions. We have the Page of Swords. I feel like you're about to speak to someone here about something. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, but it almost like you've decided to take one more look in the mirror before you decide to go out there. It's like the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is taking care of themselves. Or this could be somebody who is ignoring you. Because the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is practicing self-care. This person is, looking over themselves. I feel like somebody here might be ignoring you, but they can't ignore the wheel, and the wheel is pushing you forward. So I feel like this week there is something that is going down, but only if you decide to execute it here. We have the Six of Cups. It is a soulmate that's ignoring you, or someone that you've known for a long time. They could be a friend, but there is nostalgia here. There's nostalgia, and I feel like the Queen of Pentacles says that someone is ignoring you, but they can't ignore the wheel. If you decide, and the Emperor is looking this way over at the wheel, if you decide that you are going to move forward toward this person, you will get balance, you'll get karmic justice. If you decide to pour into this person and decide that pouring ends up in some sort of a commitment, I think it works out for you. Yeah. Because I think you're watching and learning. You're watching and learning. This Hierophant is teaching you something, but I don't think you're speaking to the Hierophant. This Hierophant is teaching you something. There's a spiritual teacher here. We've got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, and one in the hand of the page is 10. There is communication that you want, but I think right now you're watching. I feel like you think it's over with the Hierophant, or that you need to bring a cycle of silence to an end. Take it as it resonates. We do have the Six of Pentacles there. I think that you want to give reciprocity to someone here, but you're holding back. Why are you holding back? Because you're kind of stuck. You've got the Hanged Man energy here. We've got the Hermit. You're stuck in hermit mode. You know that the Ten of Cups is here, and I think you're happy there, to be honest. You know that you can be just as happy by yourself in the hermit mode. I feel like you're holding back because you're comfortable there. It's the safe zone. You're comfortable in, this polished rut that you've got going on here. I think you're happy there. But honestly, eventually, the Hanged Man energy leaves you stuck. If you don't get this Hanged Man energy to turn up in the reverse to get the realization, I feel like all you're doing is sacrificing. Yeah. And without the lesson, it will feel like sacrifice. So I feel like you are comfortable in your rut, and that's why you're not moving forward this week, possibly. It is up to you. I mean, we've all got free will. You can move forward if you want to, but for some of you, you're just going to ignore this and say, no, I'm not doing it. Because this person's been ignoring you, but the Wheel of Fortune is tugging at you. It's time for positive change to happen, but the positive change happens with the Emperor getting karmic justice here, and that starts with you. You're the one that has to step forward first. All right. All right, Leo, this is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the sneak peek for this week for Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. Okay. Tell me about Leo, please. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. You will look below this video. You'll find the link that says more. Click on that. You'll be able to find the link to Wizio there. If you're interested in a private read. All right. We've got the Ace of Stars. In this deck, stars are pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles has arrived. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the King of Swords. Ooh, okay. I feel like you have been yeah, it feels like there's something that you've been lying about, and I think it's the Ace of Pentacles. Like, I'm not calling you a liar, but I feel like something here is being concealed, and I think you're the one that's concealing it. You might be speaking out about that this week because the King of Swords is here. I feel like you need an answer to something. Like you need an answer to the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, is this happening or not? Is it possible that the Ace of Pentacles is here to change my life? It feels like you don't trust it, that you don't trust the Ace of Pentacles. You may have been through this before. And so I feel like you're up in your head this week. We've got 7 and 1 sword that the king carries is 8. So I feel like you're obsessively thinking about this new beginning. Do I want this new beginning? Should I try this new beginning? Should I plant that pentacle? You know, it's for some of you, it could be that there is a new job that you're looking at. You're looking at the new job, and it might be something that you had never really considered before this week. But I think you're not, I feel like you're not stepping forward. We've got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse here. It feels like you're releasing something. I want to say you're ready to be more vulnerable, or you have decided you want to release something. Tell me more about this for Leo. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups is the Knight of Moons. And we have the 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Queen of Wands is here with the Page of Wands. I think you're going to be sending someone a message. I feel like you're very attracted to this person who's in the future. You see them as someone who's self-sufficient, though. They don't really need you. Your decision is, are you going to move forward? Are you going to move forward passionately? Because that's what you do. You're Leo. We have the Hanged Man energy. You've been stuck in a situation, like stuck in your mind, I feel. You're trying to trust your gut on something here. The 6 of Cups is here. You're trying to trust your gut on, is this really what I'm feeling? Do I really feel like I've known this person forever? It almost also feels like it is nostalgia, but it feels like, for those of you who are looking at this, because I'm getting 2 messages, and the first message is about work. It's about leaving an old job to go to a new job, but you're not sure if you want to do it. You're concealing it from your partnership. So you could be someone who is a lawyer, by the way, because I do see the King of Swords as that, as a lawyer, magistrate, judge, somebody who is always, implying justice. And so we have the 3 of Pentacles here. And so for some of you, it could be that you are leaving a partnership, like a law firm, to go out on your own, because it's something that you've always wanted to do. I feel you will get victory. If that's what you're deciding to do, if that's your scenario, I feel like it will work out for you. For others of you, you're thinking about leaving a job to go to a new job. And I think that you're up in your head about it. We've got 8 swords here, that you are thinking about it obsessively about this new beginning, but you haven't taken any action on it yet. The 3 of Pentacles here tells me that you're in a place where you're kind of, I'm going to say the head honcho, because the King of Swords is here, and the 3 of Pentacles is about watching, some people watching you do all the work. So I feel like you're like a boss or a supervisor or a manager or something in the place that you work. And I feel like you are hoping to get some victory doing something that you love more, way more, something that your heart is in. If we are looking at this as a romantic reading, I do feel that you are up in your head about some sort of a new beginning with someone that you have romantic feelings for. The 3 of Pentacles tells me that you could be friends, or that you met through friends of friends. But it feels like the friendship has been stuck at the 3 of Pentacles for a while. 3 and 1 is 4, and now you're holding on to this romantic connection. I feel like you're up in your head about it, but you want to have a clear, concise conversation about it. You want the victory. The 6 of Moons, or the 6 of Cups, tells me in the future that you're kind of looking in the future at, I was looking for a soulmate anyway. The 7 of Cups here, this particular one, someone is ready to make a choice or pick somebody. The Wanderer tells me that maybe you're connected to yourself in a way that you haven't been connected in a while. We've got all this Piscean energy here. You've got the High Priestess and we've got the Hanged Man. I feel like the person who is the High Priestess here, I feel like this person is probably the Queen of Wands, someone who intuitively moves through the world. I feel like you're stuck on this person. I want to say in the future still, I feel like you're stuck on them. We've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I think that you want to communicate with this person, but you're not really sure at this point. All right. I think you might be concealing from a friend that you have romantic feelings, if this is a romance reading here. Tell me about the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, please. You're taking charge. I feel like you're stepping forward to tell somebody about your feelings. The feelings that have been up in your head for a while. We have the Star, which is healing. It's also hopeful. I think that the Emperor is hopeful. And you are definitely showing up as the Emperor here. Because the Emperor, although is Aries, is also all of the kings, right? And your energy is in there. Leo, it's the King of Wands. So we have Aquarius energy here again. We've got Aquarius energy. You're really up in your head. You've been thinking about this for a while. I don't necessarily know that this is the week where you make the decision, but I feel like with the Star, there is somebody here that you want to grab. That's what it looks like. You want to grab this person here because you see that other people are probably reaching for this person. I do feel like it's hope. You have hope that this can be healed. Tell me more. The Ten of Swords. But is it going to begin and then end? Just listening. I think you're hopeful after an ending with somebody here. You want the victory. And I want to say that you kept the way you feel about them up in your head. You didn't tell them. I don't see, yeah, I guess in the bottom of the deck we saw the Six of Cups. And we do see the Knight of Cups. So you are admitting that you have feelings for somebody here, but you are the one who needs to take the step forward because you're showing up as the Emperor. I feel like this is someone that you're connected to. You feel like you're energetically connected to this person. And I think that you have hope that after an ending that things can resume here, because the Three of Pentacles is that for me. It is about, we come to this place of the Three of Pentacles and then we resume after that. Like we start to build again. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Yeah, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands and the full moon. So I think that you've been thinking about this since around about the end of November. That you've been wanting to reach out to someone here. We've got 7 Pentacles. That something has been growing. 7, 8, 9, 10. That you're thinking about this in a long-term fashion. You're thinking about having victory for the long term. And I feel like you are about to reach out to someone and send a message here. You've been thinking about it since the full moon energy on the 27th of November, or maybe even before then, because I feel like you want to resume something here. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Death card. There's been transformation. Transformation in the self, I feel. There's been a transformational moment over this full moon. Got the full moon, the Death card, and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like there's been a transformational moment, and I think you're about to reach out to somebody here after having an ending. I think you're scared to do it, but there's the Page of Cups. You're really sweet on this person. You really want their attention. I think that you want to send them a really sort of maybe spicy, sexy, kind of sweet message, though. I don't think that you've ever shown them the sweet side of you. And I feel like if you want this, it can be yours, but I feel like you're the one that has to step up because this person is not coming to you. I feel like you're the Emperor, so you're the one who is supposed to step up here. We have the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels as though it's been a heavy burden. Okay. It's like you want to go rushing into the Queen of Pentacles, the person who gives you stability. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person gives you stability. It's become a really heavy burden to carry that you're not speaking with this person. I think you want to speak with this person. We have the King of Cups, and I think you want to tell them about the depth of your love. We have the Three of Swords. There was a disappointing moment, and I feel like since that disappointing moment, it's been hard to communicate. The communication's been off and on. I think that you see this as happiness here. The Queen of Swords is here, and the Tower. So I feel like there's a realization here. Oh, and Judgment as well. You make a decision, the Tower falls, and I feel like you're scared. The Devil is here. I feel like you can't let go. It's almost obsessive, and that's why the Tower falls. The Queen of Swords tells me that you're going to liberate yourself as it pertains to the 10 the 10 Cups, which is family, home, happiness, right? The ultimate happiness. But first you have to make a decision to communicate with somebody or make this move with the 8 of Wands. You have to be the one who's going to step forward because the Emperor has showed up here. All right. Virgo, this is you. How are you, Virgo? Thank you so much for clicking here. And if you are interested in a private read, please look in the description below this video. Look for the link that says more. And when it opens up that panel, you will see the link to Wizio. All right, here we go. Virgo, this is for you. Your sneak peek for this week, my friend. My Earth cousin. Let's take a look here. Virgo. Virgo. We've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Queen of Swords, and we have the 7 Cups. I want to say that after some sort of tough conversation that you're about to walk away from something this week, it might be this week that you do it. It feels like you're liberating yourself from a situation, maybe a relationship that was slowly dying, that's over. And I think we talked about this before. The Death card shows up with the 10 of Cups, and I feel like you feel justified in ending some sort of a relationship where maybe you were living with someone or we were happy for a time. The Queen of Swords shows up when there's something to say, when someone needs to liberate themselves by speaking out. The Queen of Swords is the person who is going to be very honest, very assertive. This person does not intend to hurt with their words, but they're going to be very honest to the point of cringe. I feel like you're about to speak to somebody about a relationship that you've not been happy in for a while. We have the Knight of Cups, but we also have the 7 Cups. So I feel like you've realized that there's a lot of options for you out there, that you don't have to stay stuck in a situation where you're not happy. I feel like you don't want to go out in a blaze of glory here. I think that what you want to do is speak to someone, have some back and forth with someone about what do we do from here? Is it divorce, right? Because we have the 10 Cups and the Justice card. Is it divorce? Are we just separating? Is it over? I feel like you have a lot of questions this week. The Knight of Cups tells me, the Knight of Cups has their back to the Queen of Swords, and I want to say that you feel micromanaged. Virgo, you feel micromanaged, and you know that there are other options. I feel like you feel micromanaged in a situation here, and that you no longer want to be micromanaged. And I think that actually came up in your last week's reading. I think that you're done taking orders is what I want to say. You turn into the Queen of Swords because you're done taking orders. We've got the 5 of Wands, but you're not sure if you want to go. It's a tug and pull. We've got the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. Look, the 8 of Wands is pointing right at the 7 of Cups, and I feel that you have already been talking to people, like talking to other people. You've realized your options, that you have more options in romance than the one that you're in. And I feel like you need to speak up to somebody and tell them about your feelings. You need to speak up about your feelings, but the 5 of Wands, you can see there is a tug and pull here, right? So it's like you're about to make some sort of a decision that's going to change your life. And I feel like this conversation, or I feel like you're liberating yourself. It might not be a conversation. It might be you just talking at someone. I'm just saying it might not be a back and forth. it's in the midst of battle and tension. That's what it feels like. That's what the Five of Wands is, right? It feels like it's in the midst of some sort of a battle, and maybe you say to the other person, look, I got more options than you think I do. I don't really need to be here. It feels like there's going to be an argument this week, and you've held back long enough. The Five of Wands is about indecision. Should I say anything? Right? The Queen of Swords is here. Should I say something? I'm not really sure. It's going to end up in a tug and pull here. We've got, the way this is set up here, right? We've got the two wands and two wands, which is four wands. And then we have the ace in the middle. So are we beginning again is what it is. Am I going to go out a new path of passion because I have more options than you think I do? It's two people that are arguing about a situation here. I think you're bored in the situation that you're in. I want to say that, I feel like you've noticed your worth is what I want to say. You've noticed your worth, Virgo, and you realize that other people are attracted to you. I want to say that you're probably in a situation right now where somebody is maybe ignoring you or ignoring your advances in romance, because the Queen is behind the Knight of Wands, right? And the Knight of Wands is kind of moving away from the Queen. So I feel like there's a relationship here or something that is close to your heart that is you are having a realization about. And the realization is that I just need to speak up and tell somebody exactly how I feel, because I have a whole lot of other options. You might already be talking to people in the DMs, or maybe just talking to friends, but I feel like things are about to speed up here as it pertains to your options in romance or in love or the heart space. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Hermit. And we have the Two of Cups. So you've been thinking about this for a while. It feels like you've been stuck in a place where you just got to have movement finally. And the Eight of Wands is the movement. The Eight of Swords is being stuck. And the Hermit is here. We've got Virgo energy. You have been stuck in your mind about what this you need to pick a path, right? You need to decide whether you're really in all the way, or you need to find out if somebody else is in all the way, or you need to figure out what it is that you're going to do here. I think that you want some movement here, and I think it's been sort of stale or boring, or it feels like there's one cup here that is empty, but there's three cups that are full. And although she doesn't see this one, there's two cups here, right? There's two cups here, but one is empty. It's like the ace is empty. It's like there's nothing left to give. I want to say that maybe it's time to carry on. The two cups are here, the two cups are here, but there is an ace of cups that you don't see. There is another opportunity here. I think you've realized the opportunity, but you're just stuck on whether you're going to do that this week or not. I feel like you're having this conversation, which is going to end up in a bit of a battle or a tense situation. Tell me about that. It's about the Ace of Cups. Do we try and renew this love? Do we try and renew our love here? Because I still love you. The Queen of Cups is here. I feel like you are the person, though, I feel that is the one standing with the two cups, right? We have the two cups here, one in the Queen's hand, and then we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the two cups here. You're in hermit mode with that. So it feels like you don't want to fight about it, but I feel like it's going to cause a fight. I feel like you being really honest is what's going to cause the fight here. This is a long-term relationship we're talking about, and I think that the reason that you're holding back is because of the money or the things you've collected together. There's so many people who are not interested in being, in an actual marriage with the person they're married to, and so people end up having their own lives, right? One lives upstairs, one lives downstairs. It almost feels like you don't want to let go of the abundance that you've created with this person, and I'm not talking abundance in love, I'm talking abundance money. I feel like the reason that you keep renewing this, or you keep going into hermit mode and thinking about what you want to do next, is because you've accumulated a lot of things with this person and you don't want to let them go. Oops. So I feel like, the reason you're bored is because somebody is sharing their energy with someone on the down low. So I don't know if this is you or if this is them. Take it as it resonates. I'm not saying that you're a cheater. I'm just saying that somebody in this relationship has the Page of Pentacles in hand with the Ace of Wands. Materializing the Ace of Wands in the 3D world, and nobody knows. It's undercover. And so this person, the person that you want to speak to about your feelings, I think this person is someone who could have someone else in the DMs, or maybe you do. You're the one that has the options in romance. So maybe it's you. Take it as it resonates. I don't mean to offend, but I feel like you're thinking about whether you're holding on to this long-term relationship or not. And if you do, it's only going to be because of the things that you guys own. And I think that's the only reason you're holding back. Because you don't want to have to split the assets. But I really do believe that it's done. I feel like there's no more love here. I feel like it's whittled down from the Queen of Cups to the Page of Cups in the reverse. It's no surprise. That's what it feels like. It's no surprise. You felt it going in that direction. But I think that this is the week that you're thinking about or be in hermit mode with. I feel like there is one of you is on the down low is talking to other people. And I'm not saying, like, I don't know when it became terrible to talk to other people, but I feel like one of you is sharing your emotions with other people. And that's, you know, when you get the emotional connection going, whether you are standing in front of each other or not, that can be super tough to deal with, right? It can be super tough. All right. Scorpio, let's talk about you. This is your sneak peek for this week, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio, if you're interested in a private read. I mean, why would you need a private read? You're psychic, right? If you're interested in a private read, Scorpio, please look in the description. Below this video, you'll see a link that says more. If you click that link, it'll open up a panel. You'll see the link to Wizio. My readings there begin at $40. Tell me about Scorpio. This is your sneak peek for this week, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. All right. All right, we've got the Queen. We've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is Libra, but also Gemini and Aquarius in this reading. It is a general reading. Tell me why we have the Queen of Swords here, please. You have something to say, but you've been holding on to it. You're not saying it. Scorpio, I feel like you want to be honest with somebody about something. You're holding on to thoughts. You're holding on to something that you want to say. It's like you're holding back too. The Four of Pentacles is that, holding on or holding back. It's like maybe I shouldn't say something just yet. And you're in the Hanged Man energy. So you're trying to see the situation from another point of view other than your own, from another perspective. Don't stay there too long. You will get stuck. I want to say that you're thinking about what to say. Your gut is telling you that you must speak up. You must liberate yourself in this situation. I feel like you're scared to get hurt. You're scared to get hurt if you speak aloud. And you don't want to hurt anybody else. But I feel like you have something to say because the sword is in the air. Got the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in the reverse. This is no fun anymore. Scorpio, there needs to be a conversation about what's going on with the Three of Cups in the reverse. You're uninvited. I'm uninvited. That's a song by Alanis Morissette. It feels like you're letting go of someone or you're cutting someone out. I feel like you need to have the talk. I want to say, Scorpio, you need to have the talk with somebody about where our growth is going. Have we picked a path together? Because the Seven of Pentacles is about growth, but it's also about waiting. It's also about waiting to see what grows here. Is this thing going to grow into what I hoped it would grow into? But the Three of Cups in the reverse tells me that, you know, it's not really fun anymore. And when the bloom is off the rose and you kind of are left with, you know, in a situation where it's not fun anymore, it feels like it turns into hard work, which is the waiting and the growing and the nurturing. And so it feels like you're holding back from saying something to someone. It feels like you're the one making all the sacrifices. This could be in the family. This could be a job. But I feel like you're the one making all the sacrifices here. You're the one that's expected to sacrifice. And I think that you need to have a conversation about that. And it's not all that fun anymore. You've got other options. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in the reverse, please. I feel like you're holding back. It's not fun anymore. You need to liberate yourself from a situation here. It's gotten really toxic, or there could be addictions involved here. Maybe the person that you are connected with, whether it is a love connection or a family connection or a friend connection, it's like it was really good at the beginning, but I feel like you're holding back saying something to someone about how toxic they're being, or the addictions that they have, or maybe they have an addiction that's kind of taking the relationship over. Like maybe this person is a gambler. Maybe they're someone who drinks a lot. I feel it's like we can't even go out anymore. The Three of Cups is in the reverse. We can't go out to celebrations because either maybe you fight in public or there is some sort of a toxicity that happens here. And so you need to have this conversation with someone about the way that they're acting a fool in public. And so it's like you guys don't even go anywhere together anymore because the Three of Cups is in the reverse. We have the World card here. Yeah, this devil energy has to stop or you're closing the door. I think you're going to be very honest with somebody about what you're about to say to them. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. And when the Five of Wands is in the reverse, it's like, I'm not worrying about how you're feeling about it anymore. I have no more indecision. It's time to have the talk. I think it's time to have the last talk. Yeah, that's what it feels like this week for some of you. And it, like, we've got this popped out. It's a whole bunch of cards, so I'll put it back in. If it comes out, it's yours. But we've got the Death card that has shown up. So I feel like something is on the edge of ending, whether that's a friendship or you've decided, to talk to a parent or a brother or a sister, or this could be in love. Somebody that you are close to, you're holding back having this conversation about, we can't even go out together anymore because your toxicity takes over. And the World card is here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, but it is about the ending of something, right? Somebody is walking through a portal. I've decided I see what's going on. I see what's going on here, and I've decided I just need to walk through this portal. I need to end this, and I feel like in the past here that you have been wanting to ask about this or talk about this or bring it up, but you don't want to fight about it, right? But I think with the Five of Wands in the reverse is like, I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm not holding back any longer. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. What do you have to say? We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. So it's been really burdensome, right? The Ace and the Nine are 10. It's been really burdensome that you have been holding back and not saying anything. It's also affected the physical intimacy, or, if it's not in love, physical intimacy, it's affected you in ways where you can't seem to move on. Like you're not really passionate about this relationship anymore, this friendship, or whatever's going on in the family. We have the Ace of Cups. We really need to talk about what our relationship is going to be like from here. The Ace of Cups is here, and I feel like what's become burdensome is that you can't really say anything about the situation because this person's really close to you in terms of maybe a lover or someone you love in your family or something like that. I feel like you really need to speak up about the Ace of Cups. Are we going to renew this? Because cycles are cycles, right? We always go from the Ace to the 10 to the Ace to the 10. There's cycles that happen all the time, and I think that you're at the beginning of a cycle and you're wondering if you should even put the effort into it. There has to be some sort of a conversation. I think that you're not going to plan it. You're not going to plan when you say something. I think that you're just going to go with the flow. You're just going to go with whatever or whenever your mind tells you to do it. Tell me about the Hanged Man and the 7. You're unsure if there is going to be growth here. It feels like you're outgrowing something. You're outgrowing a friendship. You're pulling out of a vibration. You're outgrowing a friendship, or you're outgrowing a love ship. you're outgrowing the family. Maybe the family chooses not to grow and you need to move because you're the emperor. I feel like you're looking for a higher love. You're waiting for this other person to say something. There's another song, Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. That's what it feels like. You hope that this other person would realize what they're doing here and that they have this, it feels like it's a pretty deep toxicity. I want to say that it could be sex addiction as well, because we have the Ace of Wands next to the Three of Cups in the reverse, and we also have the Devil here. I feel like you've had enough of this. I want to say that you have options, and you know that you do have options, and the illusion maybe is that you thought you didn't have options. And so I really do feel like this ends up quickly turning into heartbreak or disappointment for you. We have the Five of Swords here. Nothing's changing. Nope. We can't come to a place where you can even have a conversation with this person about the addiction, and nothing's growing here. I don't think it's going to grow past the Seven of Pentacles, to be honest. And I think you're the one that's growing. You're showing up as the Emperor here. You're the one that's growing, and the other person is not. So I think you're growing out of this vibration and into something new. The Knight of Cups is here. It's like you're now looking for something new in love. You're waiting for something new in love. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. So I feel like this is really quickly coming to an end, heartbreak or disappointment. It's been very burdensome for you to carry around for a while. Yeah, you do end up becoming single here, my friend. So I feel like you're going to be much happier. I just saw the Nine of Cups. You're going to be much happier being single than you were being in this relationship. I feel like you need to be the person who says something, though, because you're coming up as the Queen of Swords. You're the person who needs to open up the conversation. All right. Hang on. All right, Sagittarius. Wait, Virgo, Libra. I missed Libra. I'm out of sync. I'm out of sync. Sorry. I'm going to do Libra first, and then I'll get to Sagittarius. So this is going to be for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Woo, I'm glad I didn't miss you. All right. Libra, you were supposed to be before Scorpio, but I missed you. So sorry about that. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. What is coming up this week? The sneak peek for this week, Libra? Tell me about Libra. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. Below this video, you'll see a link that says more. If you click that, you will see a link to Wizio. My readings there begin at $40 if you're interested. We have the Four of Pentacles showing up. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the list, which is the Judgment. I like that. Make it a list. Checking it twice. So this is the Judgment card. This deck, by the way, is a new deck, and it's called the Yuletide Tarot. That's what it is. And so we have you making a decision here. We have the Two of Canes, which is the Two of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you, my friend, are holding on to your singlehood. That's, I think, your decision. I think that you've decided that you're, that you're better off single. I want to say the Judgment is here. And I want to say this is the big decision that changes your life, because when you decide that you're okay not having a +1, not vying for love, not looking for love, not searching for love, then you start to focus on yourself. And I think what you're holding on to here, it's kind of cute. Four Pentacles or Four Gifts, it says. You are holding on to the Nine Pentacles. You're holding on to your abundance. It's like if the alternative is worse than being in the Nine Pentacles, like I feel like you have everything that you need. You're very comfortable. And I think that you want to hold on to that, really. The Judgment is in the upright, and so there is a decision that you're making, a really big decision, and I think it is to stay single for now. But we have the the Two of Swords in the reverse, which does indicate you no longer are blocked or having a hard time making a decision about something here. Tell me more about Libra, please. We have the Holly King, which is the Emperor. Gosh, the Emperor's coming up a lot today. And we have Balance, which is Temperance. So we have Aries and Sagittarius energy here, along with Virgo and Pisces. Let's keep going. You're making a decision that's best for you, that's going to give you balance. You've decided, I think, that you want to stay single because you feel most abundant that way. You feel most fired up about that. We have the King of Swords in the upright. You're thinking about it in a logical manner. Logically, how do I stay in balance? Logically, how do I continue to heal? And I think that the logical explanation for you is, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, is that I need to make the decision to hold on to whatever it is that I have made or built in the Pentacle world, and that includes being single. I feel like you are someone who wants to just do your own thing. The Holly King is the Emperor, and the Emperor is the one that's in charge, right? The one that's stepping forward, the one that's the conqueror, gets the things that they want, right? The one who's running their own empire. I don't think you want to share that position with anybody. I'm just going to say that the balance for you is being able to make decisions about your money, about your home, about, making decisions on your own without having someone else tell you what you're supposed to be doing or where you're supposed to be. I don't think that you're into collaboration right now. I don't think you're into collaborating with anybody. Tell me about the judgment, please. I think you're really going over some details here. You're going over, if the alternative is that I gotta tell everybody tell this person where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be doing it, then I feel like that's not an alternative. Tell me about the judgment card, please. We have the King of Good Cheer, who is the King of Cups. We have the Page of Gifts, who is the Page of Pentacles. And we have the King of Good Cheer. So we have the Knight of Good Cheer. Sorry, that's the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Gifts, who is the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Cups. These guys are sitting in the same kitchen, hey? They look kind of like the same person, but one is wearing a crown. One is a king. So I do believe that the decision that you make this week is I'm good by myself. I'm good, I'm balanced, I'm healed, I'm healing. And with the Knight of Cups here and the Page of Gifts tells me that if something comes along and offers you, like if you end up getting an offer of some sort that you'll take regard, you'll look at it. Page of Pentacles. It feels like if something tends to transpire, you're not going to push it away, but I don't think you're going looking for it, to be honest. I feel like you have heart space to share. I feel like you're emotionally available. I feel like if something should come along, the Page of Gifts is here, the Page of Pentacles. If something should transpire, you're not going to push it away, of course, but I feel like right now you feel okay. You feel okay to be single here. Tell me about the King of Canes, the King of Swords, please. Libra, this is your energy here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It is Aquarius, but also your energy in this general reading. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 9 of Cups. This is interesting because I feel like you're like, you know what, I'm good on my own, but if it should arrive, then I'm going to look it over. And I feel like it's arriving, is what I see from here. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Cups. So I want to say that you're going to be invited out somewhere, that you're probably going to get some sort of a message that's asking you to come to some sort of a holiday party. This is somebody that you haven't heard from for a while, or that you've been disconnected from emotionally for a while. But I do feel like you are going to get some sort of a fun message, and it's impromptu. It's not planned. I feel like somebody is about to be very honest and very completely honest with you about why they walked away, or about why you guys haven't spoken. Like, it feels like we haven't spoken in a while. It could be friends, it could be lovers, take it as it resonates. But I feel like somebody's inviting you to a party, inviting you to do some holiday cheer. That's what it looks like. We've got the 9 of good cheer, which is the 9 of cups. And so I feel like somebody wants you to come over. They want to, overflowing. They want to feed you. They want to water you. That's what it feels like. But I feel as though, yeah, this is someone that you have not been emotionally connected to in a while, but you speak with them in swords. So I want to say that maybe this person is a friend, possibly. A friend who wants to try a new beginning. A friend who you haven't spoken with in a while. The 8 of Candles tells me that it's the 8 of Wands. It tells me that this person has been thinking over the situation, and they are going to send a message to you here. They want to get closer to you. They want to have open a new chapter with you. They want to resume the friendship, right? The 3 of Pentacles is the 3 of Gifts. They want to work on something. They want to work on building it from here. I don't think you're going to push away love if it shows up. But I feel like you're good and confident where you are at this time in your life. I think you're okay with just being by yourself. And the 4 of Pentacles is really about being shut off and shut down. I'm not really interested in any sort of a love connection, but should one show up, I'll be ready for it. So I feel like something is materializing, and it might be someone who has a romantic interest in you, because we do have 2 pages here. I feel like it's someone who may have a romantic interest in you here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Wands in the reverse, and we have the 6 of Cups. So I feel like this could be somebody inviting you to the family function. That's what it feels like, because the 6 of Canes is, people getting in their car. The 6 of Canes is like we're moving forward or moving on. The 3 of Wands in the reverse is, I want to go now. I don't want to have to wait anymore. It's time to go discover what's out there. And I feel like you're kind of loading up your sleigh with these gifts, and I think that you're going to go. It's going to be your decision, though. Nobody's going to coerce you. I feel like you're going to be really honest with whomever is going to connect with you here. Who is the person that is going to connect with Libra, please? Who's the person who is going to be connecting with Libra? Who's sending the message to Libra, please? The Knight of Swords. Somebody who you know to speak with you in swords. We have the Moon in reverse. Somebody who's going to be really honest with you, or reveal something to you that you weren't aware of. It might be, look, we're having this get together and we all haven't seen you in a long time. Can you please come to this get together? I feel you'll say yes. There's going to be a new beginning here. We have the Child, that is the Fool. So I feel like you will be invited somewhere for some sort of holiday thing, but I feel like it's a family thing, or people who feel like family. I want to say that you're kind of bossed up as you walk in there, that you're someone who has maybe changed a lot since you saw these people, and maybe you've become single and then you opened a business and now you're really successful. And I feel like you're just kind of holding on to the life that you have, and it's good. This is your decision, that you've decided that you're just going to be honest with people and say, look, I'm not really looking for love. I'm looking for balance. I'm looking for healing. I just want to be honest with you and let you know that if I come to this party, it's not because I'm looking for love. However, I don't think, Libra, that you will push it away if it ends up showing up for you. We've got the Page of Swords, we've got the 4 of Wands, and we have the 5 of Wands. So I want to say that if this is a family gathering that you're getting, that you're going to, it could end up in a little bit of an intense situation. I feel like in the midst of everything going on, it's almost like, because you show up as the Emperor, Libra, and you're doing really well for yourself, it almost brings an air of competition, I want to say. It brings like people feel like they have to be more than they are because the emperor's in the room. It's like you make everyone kind of look at themselves because you're doing so well. You're single, doing well, holding on to that. That's your decision. You're balanced, you're healed. And I feel like you make everyone else in the room feel less than, and that's not your intention at all. But I feel like when people look at you and how well you've done for yourself up to here, I feel it intimidates them a little bit. So there is a little bit of an air of competition a little bit in the home. I want to say we've got the 9 of Wands here, right? We got 5 and 4 is 9. So I feel like it ends up being a little bit of competition. The Page of Swords tells me that someone could say something out of line, because the Page of Swords is someone who's very young, 7 to 14 years old. This person is someone who is, maybe acting really immature in the way that they're speaking with you, and it might end up being a bit of an intense situation. We do have the Queen of Good Cheer. I believe that is probably the matriarch, the person who is bringing everybody together. So probably Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or the mother, the grandmother, the sister, the older sister. That's who the person is that is going to communicate with you, I think, this week. All right. Now we can go to Sagittarius. Saggies, I'm sorry. All right. Well, Libra, I'm sorry. Almost missed you. All right, Sag, here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for this week, my friend. This is your sneak peek for this week. All right, sorry, I had to cough. There we go. All right, Sag, here we go. This is for you. Sag, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. You'll see the link that says more. Click on that. It'll open up a panel. It'll give you a link to Wizio. It's the only place you can book me. You do have to book me there. I cannot book you an email. Thank you, though, for if you have any questions besides pricing. Pricing's over at Wizio. Please email me. Here we go, Sag. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Tell me about Sag, please. Sneak peek for this week, my friend. All right. Got the King of Wands, who is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we have the Ace of Swords. It feels like there is some sort of a conversation that's about to take place between you and somebody else, possibly someone who is in an earth energy, someone who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I want to say that you're the one that's going to initiate the conversation, Sag, that you are the person who is inspired to do so. And you need some clarity on some things. I feel like you want to be really honest. It's time to speak about something. It's time to speak about some type of ending. I've got the Magician present. And I think that the reason that you're having this conversation is because you're the Magician. It's like you've realized your worth, or you know your worth. You're like, no, you can't do that to me. You can't just cut me off like that. We have to talk about this thing. I want to have a conversation. I think something has ended between you and the Queen of Pentacles. Feminine or masculine, take your side. It doesn't matter, right? We're not reading body parts here. We are reading energies. And we have the Page of Cups. Look, the Emperor keeps showing up in all the readings. There's a bunch of stuff that's going down, and it is going to be because you decide it's going to go down. It's not anyone else making this decision. I feel like it's your decision. I feel like you're about to surprise someone after having an ending, like a complete ending. This is someone that you are not speaking with at all. I feel like you are... it feels like it was a surprise ending. I want to say that you were kind of shocked or surprised that the ending happened the way that it did. I feel like you are inspired to get all of your tools together and have a conversation with somebody. You want to know why this ended, or you want more clarity on what we can do to fix it or heal it, or can we move on? What are we doing here? So the ending may have been surprising. I feel like there is an apology that's needed here first. I feel like it was probably the Queen of Pentacles who ended it, because the Queen of Pentacles wanted an apology that they weren't getting from you. The Magician is here. And so I feel like now you have the tools to be able to apologize, open up this conversation, and speak to someone about this. It is going to be up to you, though. The Emperor energy is here. This could be someone that you've known for a very long time. We have the Four of Cups that's in the reverse. You're ready to be more vulnerable. You're ready to share emotional energy. I feel like you've been either friends with this person for a really long time, or you've known them for a really long time. And that for the most part of that, it was happy, that you guys had happy times together. But then a Tower hit. I feel like you want to heal it or move on. You don't really know what's happening here, but you want to really heal it or move on. So the Tower is Scorpio energy. It feels like the Tower came down, like an illusion was crushed or came to the ground. And I feel like, it feels like everything was going fine. We were going out, we were having fun, and everything was very happy. And then we hit a Tower. So I want to say that it feels like on your side, you're unsure about why this Queen of Pentacles disconnected from you. This could be a friendship, by the way. It doesn't have to be love. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. I think that you're ready to be a little bit more vulnerable, but you are going to have to be the person who takes the step forward, because I don't think the Queen is ready to do so. I feel like you're the one that's going to have to be inspired to talk about this ending. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, please, for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Four of Cups again. It comes out. It's because you're ready to speak about emotional things. I don't think that you were ready to speak about emotional things before now. I feel like you're ready to speak about it, though. You've been watching someone possibly online, wondering when is the best time to walk into their life and have this conversation. I think you need to learn some things. Like, I think you needed to learn some things about how you express yourself emotionally, and it feels like it feels like you've come to a knowledge about how to express yourself emotionally without going overboard, without getting too emotional about it. We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, because I think that usually that it might only be speaking with this person, but it feels like usually you get really overwhelmed emotionally. And you don't really know what to say. It's like you have to make sure that your emotional energy is grounded if you're going to have this conversation. Otherwise, it's going to get out of sorts here. We have the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords worries me just a little bit, because not only are you just watching and waiting for the right time, but I feel like the Page of Swords is indicating that, this is... the Pages of Swords don't really know what to say. They don't have the words. They don't have the aptitude, because they're kind of younger. So there could be a really big age difference here. There doesn't have to be, but maybe you're speaking with a child. It could be. But we have the Page of Swords telling me that I feel like things could go off the rails a little bit and get too emotional, and then maybe I'll just say things that I don't mean. Because the Page of Swords, the pages are young, right? They don't really have an ability to be able to... speak honestly without maybe saying something that is maybe not great. Do you know what I mean? Saying something that maybe a younger child would say or act out like that. So I feel like that's something that you should be aware of, that if you're not in a good place emotionally, don't have this conversation. So why did things end with you and the Queen of Pentacles? There's an Empress involved here. It could be because... oh, this person transformed. So the Queen of Pentacles transformed into the Empress. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Page of Wands. So I want to say the Empress is happy. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is part of the Empress energy. The Empress is the one who's balanced, right? When the Empress is here, all the queens are in the room as well. The Empress is here, Taurus and Libra energy, someone who's very balanced, someone who's very loving and kind, Venusian. I think this is the person who pulled the rug. I think they're the person who ended this friendship. It doesn't feel like a love ship to me. It could be, I mean, take it as it resonates if you're reading tarot with me. But I feel like this Empress just went on to be happy. I want to say that it's like this person never skipped a beat. Like it feels like we stopped talking, things came to an end, and this person just continued to be happy. I feel like this person just continued on their path of passion and happiness, and this person is continuing to move forward here. Tell me about the Page of Cups, please. So I want to say that you and this person have known each other for a very long time. The Seven of Swords in the reverse here is you being honest about the 10 Pentacles. You being honest that you really thought that this was an abundant friendship or loveship. The High Priestess is here, and that it almost feels like there's been a lot of silence. It's like we've known each other for years, though. Like we have a friendship, like a solid friendship, or we had a solid relationship, and then all of a sudden things went quiet. I think that's what you want to talk about. Like things just went quiet, and you want to know why. The Seven of Swords is here, telling me that you're ready to be honest with someone. Very honest with someone. You're wondering why the growth stopped at the 7 Pentacles. Tell me about the Magician. I think you're going to wait to speak with this person. We've got the 8 of Cups, we've got the Page of Pentacles, and we've got the Knight of Cups. It feels like a little bit of manipulation. I think that you think that the Empress was trying to manipulate you, and maybe you pulled your energy back, and when you pulled your energy back, the Empress just cut it. The Empress just ended it. The Page of Pentacles is here, which tells me that there is a possibility that something can materialize again in the 3D, because I think there's a lot of love here. Like I think there's there's heart space energy here between you and this person, but you two have gone your separate ways. You've already gone your separate ways, and maybe it's been a long time since you spoke with each other. For some of you, you could be speaking with someone you had a falling out with, and maybe it's been over 10 years since you spoke with them, between 7 and 10 years, and now I feel like this person wants to speak with you or come back into your life and ask you, what went on here? Why do we do this? Why did the tower fall? It may have been about toxicity here. So there may have been something going on in the life of the Queen that you didn't understand. It feels like somebody wasn't giving them a lot of stability. It feels like this person was toxic. And when the tower fell, then when this person realized what was going on in their life, they decided that they needed to cut a lot of things out of their life. That's what it feels like. And you ended up being one of the people that they cut out of their life. And you want to know why. It feels like you feel you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe you pulled away your energy a little bit when this stuff was going on. It feels like this Queen was probably going through this energy of someone not giving them stability, something that was super toxic, or taking all of their energy, and then the tower falls for them. And when the tower falls, it feels like you pull away your energy, and maybe that was it. Maybe the Empress, the Queen here who turned into the Empress, maybe that person was kind of pissed with you because you pulled away your energy. But I feel like there's a possibility that it can grow again. I feel like you two have gone on your own paths now, but I feel like there's a possibility that it can work. Yeah, I think you're thinking about reaching out to somebody this week. I feel like there's love here, that there is love here between you and someone else, and that you're thinking about being left on the outside looking in here. I feel like this is a soulmate friend or a soulmate lover, and that you two haven't spoken for a very long time, but it's time for a conversation, a very honest one with the Queen of Swords, to see if we can build from the Three of Pentacles. If we can rebuild the friendship or the love ship or the partnership, take it as it resonates. All right. Let's talk about Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, here we are for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you for clicking here, Capricorn. Thanks if you're cross-watching. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the description. You will find everything that you need below this video. Click on the More link to find the link to Wizio if you're interested in a private read. My reads there begin at $40. Let's take a look. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. We've got the King of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Scorpio energy, but Pisces and Cancer in this reading. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. They're all in the upright. I feel like there's a new love. Capricorn, I feel like there's a new love on the horizon. Somebody who has been slowly giving you reciprocity. This person is probably really busy in their life. They might have a lot of kids. They might have, more than one job. I feel like this person I feel like they contact you when they want to give you reciprocity, when they have time for you in their pentacle world. But I feel like this person is someone who is quite emotionally aware. I think that this person is looking for love, but they're looking for someone as deep as they are. We have the Fool, which tells me there's the possibility of a new beginning here, a new beginning in love. We have the Two of Cups here, right on the bottom of the deck. So it feels like there is a decent possibility here, a good outlook this week. You're feeling comfortable with the outlook on some sort of possible new thing with someone who is quite attractive, someone who is very protective, someone who is willing to love again. We have the Nine, is that the Nine of Swords? Yeah, it is. We have the Nine of Swords. You worry about that though. You know what? I think that this person, because we're looking at the Six of Pentacles, that this person is, very generous and kind. And I feel like they're generous with their time as well, but they're very busy. And it's got you up in your head because I feel as though this feels like a default, or, the Nine of Swords is the place where you're looking too far into the future, right? Or you're looking too far into the past. You're not in the present moment. And so I feel with the Nine of Swords here that it's telling me that you are worrying about the situation. Is this person really genuine? Do they really have feelings for me? Are they really emotionally available? It feels like this is something that you've been through before. And the Nine of Swords is telling me that you have an old idea in your head of what relationships are about. But I think it's different with the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is working from the heart space. This is the one who's going to try and understand your emotions. They're going to speak to you from the heart space. This is someone who is invested in having some sort of a new beginning here, but it worries you. Tell me more. We have the Queen of Cups. Look at that. You know what it is? I feel like that this person is someone that you didn't expect to come into your life, someone that you would have this kind of connection with, this really deep psychic, really deep connection between the King and the Queen. It's like they feel like you've known them before. You're very comfortable with them, and that worries you, right? That worries you because you've been in this situation before, and I feel like you've been heartbroken before. It's like you can't stop thinking about the King of Cups. Look, you could be the King or the Queen. Take it as it resonates here, but I feel like you're one of them, whether it's feminine or masculine. I feel like you are worrying that maybe the King is not genuine because it's happened before. I think you want to be ready for love, though. Yeah, you're blocked. Here we go. The Two of Wands. Sorry, Swords. The Two of Swords. So I feel like there is something that you're missing. Something that you don't see. Something that you're not able to see because your judgment is clouded from some sort of something that happened in the past. Or that you're looking too far into the future. It's like you're looking too far into the future, but what if we fall in love, and what if this person hurts me? And I think that your old dialogue is going on in your head. That's what I want to say. You've got old dialogue going on in your head here. Tell me about the Nine of Swords, please. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. We have the Lovers. Ah, yes. This is a connection that is deeper than you've ever had, and it's freaking you out. Feminine or masculine. I feel like this king or this queen chooses you, and that's what worries you, because you've never been chosen before. It feels like you're always the doter, right? You're the one who's kind and love and giving this one, giving that one, doting on that one, right? And I feel like no one has ever done that for you. And now that the king is here, or the queen, take it as it resonates, I feel like this person is doing that for you, and it's got you out of sorts. You're like, what's up their sleeve? Are they seeing other people, the Six of Pentacles? Or do they have other people in the DMs? Is that why they're being so nice to me? You don't believe this beautiful true love that has shown up because of the past hurts. Yeah, there's nothing wrong here. We've got the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. It feels like this person likes to take you out, put you on their arm. They want to, they want to share their abundance with you, take you places. It's like they have you on this sort of emotional, it's not even a roller coaster. It's like this emotional level where you're like, okay, it's going great, going great. What's going to happen? It's got to fall off at some point. And I think you're expecting the sky to fall, Chicken Little. That's what it looks like. We've got the Page of Swords that's in the reverse. It's without an understanding. I don't get it. Like, that's what you're saying. I don't get it. I don't have an understanding. I need to dig further. I need more information. Why is this person so enamored with me? So if this hasn't happened for you yet, I feel like this week some of you are about to meet someone who is like beautiful, sexy, tall, dark, and handsome, whatever it is, feminine or masculine. I feel like you're about to meet somebody here, but you don't believe that it's true. I just heard Milli Vanilli in my head. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. So this person, I feel, is someone who is so taken with you that they want to start gushing over you. They want to start taking you places. They want to, have the Nine of Cups with you. And I feel like you don't trust it. But the thing is you feel that this person was sent to you. We have the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords, which is the 10. It's the end of a tough, hard cycle. I want to say you can trust this. You can trust this connection. Tell me about the Fool. We have the Eight of Wands. So this person keeps in, this is going to be the communicator. They're going to, I feel like I feel like this is someone who's going to pursue you. Things are going to start moving fast from here. When you decide that you're comfortable enough with the king or the queen, I feel like things start to move really quickly here. We open a new chapter of things kind of moving super quick. We have the Knight of Cups. So this person is very much about grand displays of affection. That's what I see here with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This person immediately goes into romance mode. They're like taking you to hotels where there's rose petals everywhere and, a double tub. And like, it feels like this is big romance. This person is really ready to romance you, but you're the one that's got to give the okay. I feel like I'm probably, whether you're feminine or masculine, you're the one that has to give the okay, and the other person goes into wild romantic mode. Unhinged romance. Yeah, and I feel like this is the way that you move on, because I feel like you've been stuck back here in the Nine of Swords for so long. It took this person to show up and you not really trusting it. It feels like you didn't trust it at first, but once you drop these 10 swords, once you realize this person's not going to hurt you, and this is actually not an ending, it's a beginning. Oh yeah, I'm just listening. I'm getting a lot of songs today, very clairaudient today. And is this a new beginning, or is this the beginning of another end? I forget, I don't know. Is this the beginning of another end? I don't know what song that is, and I don't know who sings it. If you do, please put it in the comments. I think those are the words. But I feel like this is a good connection. Yeah, it comes on the heels of something that's ending. It's like you've stepped through the next portal. It's like you've stepped through the portal. The old portal has closed or shut down. You can't go back there. And I feel like you're coming through this portal here. It's like you could be, this is Scorpio and this is Pisces, but Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer in the general read. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. This is like it's like you're going to move really slowly because of the ending that you had before, and you're still leery about the 9 swords. I feel like things are going to move really slowly here. I think you're going to want to move slowly. They're going to want to move quickly. But I feel like that immediately, once you give them the go ahead, like, yeah, okay, sure, we can date for a while, then I feel like they go into a wild, reckless abandon mode. That's what it feels like. Tell me about the Two of Swords. You know what? I feel like you're the one who's kind of, I feel like I'm talking to someone who's a feminine, possibly because the Two of Swords is here. And I feel like you were stuck there for a very long time. Stuck in, you know, holding this cup, but thinking that you're never going to find somebody who's going to treat you this well. Well, here it is. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And we got the King of Swords. Look, you got yourself an Emperor. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The only one we're missing here is the King of Wands. And so I feel like this person's going to be very honest with you every step of the way. They're going to be very honest with you and tell you, look, I plan on growing this pentacle. They're probably someone who celebrates in gifts. Like, there are people who have different love attachment styles, right? I think that the love attachment style of the King of Cups is someone who likes to buy you things. Because this person is showing up as someone who is the King of Pentacles as well, right? I feel like this person is going to bring you presents. That's their love language. And I feel like they're going to keep you abreast of everything, one moment after the next. They're going to be super honest with you, very, very clear, very transparent with you. This is someone you can trust. I feel like you really have trust with this person. You can have trust with this person. Tell me about these two, the King and the Queen, please. We have the Five of Wands. So for the first little bit, I think it's going to be intense because I think that you don't really trust it at first, but we have the Magician. Then you're going to relax. You're going to relax because you know that you're the one who's in charge here. You can cut it off at any time. You can end it at any time. I feel like you realize you do have all the aces in hand, and it is time to move forward here. So I feel like, Capricorn, that there is something coming up this week that is very lovely for you. I just want to say, it feels like it's really lovely. All right. All right, Aquarius, here we are. This is you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you for clicking here, Aquarius. I appreciate you. Let's talk about Aquarius, please. This is your sneak peek for this week, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. Look for the More link below this video. Click that and you're off. Yeah, you'll see the link to Wizio. My readings there begin at $40. All right. Tell me about Aquarius. What's coming up for the sneak peek for this week for Aquarius, please? Well, it came in like a wrecking ball. I'm getting a lot of songs, Aquarius. I'm like total clairaudience today. It came in like a wrecking ball. There is something that is coming in here that is going to cause transformation, my friend. It feels like you're holding on to memories of some sort of intense situation. It's like impacting your ability to move on. You were stuck here in the Five Wands. It's like beating yourself up. You're stuck here in the Five Wands. Some sort of situation that you're still holding on to. I feel like it's something that's in your head, although I don't have any swords here to confirm that. But it feels like you are continually beating yourself up about something. Or maybe someone didn't choose you, because the Five of Wands is also about indecision and competition. So maybe you felt like you weren't good enough to be picked by somebody. You're holding on to whatever it is. It's a negative attitude. It's a negative thought pattern, a negative attitude, and I feel like it's got you stuck. The Four of Pentacles is here. I feel like it's got you stuck, and I feel like that's why the Tower shows up this week for you, to get you unstuck, to give you a realization and make you realize that you got to keep going. You've got to continue to change. You got to continue to transform. We've got the Death card and the Six of Swords. I feel like it was really hard to move on, or until this transformation came. It's about an ending. Okay, so it is about the Ten of Swords. I feel there was a really painful ending, and now you've been talking badly to yourself about this ending for a really long time. And I really think that the Tower comes in with mercy. The universe comes in with mercy to end this place where you were stuck. And now it's time to move on. We've got Scorpio energy here. Tell me more, please, about Aquarius for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me more. The Death card comes out. So the reason that the Tower is here is to transform you, to get you out of this negative thought pattern. I feel like you are in a negative thought pattern of sorts. You're holding on to something that didn't work out back there, and you keep thinking it, rethinking it over and over. Yep, this Tower is coming to show you that things can begin again, that after endings there are new beginnings, and the Page of Pentacles is about something that's beginning new around you in your pentacle world, within your home, within your family, within your house, whatever it is, within your work, within your volunteer thing, or whatever it is that you do in the 3D. I feel like there's something that is going to begin brand new here. It feels like the thing that you have been obsessing about or thinking about so much is the Five of Pentacles, that you've been on the outside looking in. It's like an ending came, a painful ending, and you still can't get it out of your head. It's got you stuck, my friend. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. It is going to take some growth. I feel like once the Tower falls and this ending comes and you get out of this energy of talking badly to yourself, because look, you're listening, so is the universe. And the universe doesn't know how you mean it. If you mean it in jest, if you mean it in sadness, if you mean it indefinitely. The universe just knows that you said it. So be careful of whatever you're saying about yourself. It's time to look in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, look, you're doing great. You're good. You're out of this energy here. I feel like the reason that the Tower comes is because you had stopped growing. And I think that you're going to start growing again after this Tower is over with here. We've got the 7 and 1 is 8. I feel like the harvest comes really soon. That you start working on yourself. It feels like you needed to get unstuck. And I want to say that the reason that you're stuck is because you keep telling yourself that you're stuck. If you change your mind, you understand that you make new neural pathways in the brain. When you change your mind and you act on that change always over and over again, that's why scientists will say all you need is about 21 days to make a new habit, because you literally do reconnect places in the brain, or you open new neurological pathways in the brain, and they grow as you continually do that thing over and over again. Now, if it's talking smack to yourself and you're doing it over and over again, absolutely, it's something that's going to be super hard to get rid of, but you are highly intelligent. And although you have a problem with keeping stuff in your head, I think that the Tower here comes to pull some illusions down, the illusion that you've been fighting yourself on. Tell me about the Tower, please, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. We have the Hierophant. I think you've been stuck because you've been telling yourself that you can't. The Hierophant is one that is not veering off the path. They have a tradition. They always did it this way. I really hate that tradition. And look, we always did it this way around here. Just because you did it always, it doesn't mean you can't change it. It doesn't mean you can't change tradition. It doesn't mean you can't walk outside the lines that everyone else has set out for you. So I feel like you've been stuck here because it's a bit of a stubborn streak. I want to say with the Hierophant showing up, that is Taurus energy. And I want to say that you need to give yourself, you need to love yourself enough to allow yourself to excel here. Listen to the higher self. We have the Devil here. We have so many major arcanas here in this one space. Oh my gosh, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we've got Scorpio. We've got Scorpio twice in the Death and the Tower. We've got Taurus. We've got Capricorn in the Devil energy. Taurus is the Hierophant. And we have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. You're really stuck. You were super stuck, my friend. In fact, I feel like when the Wheel of Fortune came around, you were fighting it. You were fighting the Wheel of Fortune. You're like, no, I can't do it. I won't do it. It feels like you were stuck, like you were stuck in this negative thought pattern. And I think it took the Tower to get you out of it, to get you back into the higher self, to help you think and feel differently. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Why were you stuck here? What were you stuck thinking about yourself is what I want to know. So it's something that somebody walked away from you, possibly. It was an emotional withdrawal, and this person probably left you, maybe to go with another person, to go looking for the 2 cups. And something ended here. The World is here. So something ended here after this person walked away. And you've been living in this heartbreak, my friend. So I feel like what's holding you back are your own thoughts. The 3 of Swords is about thoughts, right? Swords are about communications, connections, right? And I feel like you keep telling yourself that the reason the person walked away is because you weren't good enough. And of course, we know that that's not true. But I think that you've been stuck here for a long time. Like, I think you've been stuck here for a while. The World is here. It's time for you to bring this to a close, to walk through this portal and to bring this to a close, and to stop feeling disappointed or feeling badly or feeling heartbroken. Things happen the way they should happen. This was a lesson for you. It was not the place you were supposed to stay. And that's why it ended. It's not because they didn't like you, not because you're not worth it, not because you're not beautiful or handsome or smart. It was karmic. It was a lesson. And you took the lesson, but you hung on to it. And you started telling yourself that it was that you were the bad part of the relationship, when it wasn't true. It was this person that pulled away from you. You didn't pull away from the connection. But it made you feel badly. And I think that you are stuck there. What I want to say to you here is change is here. I feel like you are changing this toxic way that you think or talk to yourself. It's time you start looking in the mirror and giving yourself a few kudos. It really does make a difference. And, a lot of people will say, no, it doesn't make a difference, Elsie. I just, I look in the mirror and I see the same thing. Well, you have to decide to speak to the person who is behind your eyes, my friend, because the person that you see up front is just the casing. There is a being in there, and I think you need to have a really good conversation with that being. Look, I think when you do that, you end up throwing your seeds of intention and finding a new place to grow. I think that's what's happening here. There's some very big changes coming for you this week, along with this Tower, this realization. I feel like it releases you from a really hard and heartbreaking space, but it's up to you. You're the one that has to make the decision. We've got the 9 of Swords, we've got the Chariot, and we have the Ace of Pentacles rushing towards your new beginning, rushing towards changing your life. You can build new neural pathways by changing your mind. It's proven. It's proven. So I feel like you will have the victory. You will have the victory if you decide to invest in yourself. 7 and 8, right? We've got 7, 8, 9. We've got the 9 Pentacles, confidence, having everything you need in your pentacle world. You're feeling good about yourself. You don't really need somebody else at this point. These are the beautiful things that are coming. But I think first you have to get out of this worry. The 9 of Swords, you got to get out of that worry first before you're going to be able to move along. I think that's why the Tower is here. Yeah, it's giving you healing. I love that because it's card 16 and 17. The Tower is 16, the Star is 17. So I feel like the universe throws the Tower, but immediately helps you with the healing. The Tower, the universe never leaves you out to dry, Aquarius, never. But you got to do your part as well. Like, all these things are changing, but if you're going to resist this change, look, it's all fixed energies we're looking at here. If you're going to resist this change, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it's going to even deepen the way that you are feeling badly about yourself. So I think you're supposed to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. We're all about music today. We're all about the clairaudience today, that's for sure. All right. Let's take a look for you, Pisces. Thanks for being here, Pisces. I appreciate you so much. Let's take a look at you. Your sneak peek for this week, Pisces. If you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. Below this video, you will see a more link. And when you click that link, it'll open up a panel where you can click on the link to Wizio. And that's where you will see all of my pricing. My readings there begin at $40. Pisces, I am your Pisces moon sister. Here we go. Let's take a look at your Pisces energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, your sneak peek for this week, Pisces. Pisces. We've got the 7 of Cups in reverse. We've got the Strength card and the 6 of Cups. Either you've chosen someone or someone's chosen you. Take it as it resonates. We've got the Six of Cups, which is someone that you've known for a really long time. There's nostalgia here. There's nostalgic love. So this could be a friend. This could be a lover. Take it as it resonates. The Six of Cups is here. The Seven of Cups in the reverse tells me that there is no more... there's no illusion. I really see things for what they are. The Seven of Cups is also I choose you. It's also I know what I want to choose now. I don't have to be overwhelmed. I'm not feeling like I want all of these options. I just want to pick one. We've got the Strength card. We've got Leo here. So it could be a Leo who's making this decision, but it could be you. Take it as it resonates. Somebody here has been holding back picking you. They know that you are the Six of Cups. They know that you are the person that they feel like they've known forever. They feel really comfortable with you. It's like we've known each other before, and you probably have. Maybe you grew up together, or maybe you've known them for years, but it could be a last life energy as well. And so it feels like there is somebody here with strength who is kind of holding back from picking you. We've got the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which tells me there's a little bit of indecision here with someone. In the future, tell me more about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Tell me more about Pisces, please. We have the Three of Swords, so you've maybe had an ending with this person. The person who wants to pick you thinks that there's no way that there's any reasonable reconciliation here. This person has really big feelings for you, but they feel as though there's no way that this is going to reconcile. The Judgment in the reverse is like someone misjudged the situation. I think it was the other person. Somebody here misjudged you. They misjudged the situation, but I want to say that they've been thinking about it, right? They're trying to find the courage to come forward, but they are holding themselves back because of the Three of Swords. It's been a disappointing situation or something that broke their heart. It could have been a third party. It could have been the reason that they haven't reached out by now could be because they're with somebody else or they were with somebody else. This person here, we've got Virgo and Pisces energy here as well. This person feels you, but I feel like they feel like there's no chance of anything reconciling here. And that's why they have not come forward yet, Pisces. We have the Sun. We have Leo again. I think that this person is wrong. And I really do feel that the Sun is here to heal. So I feel like the Sun is here to heal this person's thoughts, this person's feelings, this person's, the Three of Swords. I feel like their heart is to be healed. The Sun, everything grows under the Sun, and it is a very healing energy. I feel like this is clarity as well. Somebody's getting clarity on maybe that they're acting out upon old information. Like maybe in the past, this person has been heartbroken when they picked somebody. So maybe that's why they feel like there's no reconciliation. I feel like somebody's going to get a clearer view of that this week as it pertains to you. They might, the Judgment here tells me that they think that they misjudged the situation. They misjudged your intentions with them. Why are they holding back? Tell me about the Strength card, please. Why are they holding back? We have the Lovers in the reverse because they're not sure that you're the one. They're not sure that they have picked you. They're not sure that you've picked them, and they're not sure if they're picking you. Like somebody here is no longer feeling clouded, or they can see through the illusion. So I feel like the Lover showing up in the reverse is like, I'm not ready to pick somebody yet. This person is in the energy of I choose you, but they're not ready to pick somebody yet with the Lovers in reverse. I also feel like that they're wondering if this is really a soulmate connection. Maybe they're not really sure if this deep connection that they have with you is legit because they're looking at it with a broken heart. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And so, yeah, they're not sure if they want to invest here. Is this really a new beginning? They're not really sure if it's a new beginning or not. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse is they really wish to be a little more vulnerable. They know that in order to be able to, for this to work, for this reconciliation to work, for us to be able to be with each other and invest in each other, that they got to be vulnerable. And I think that's the biggest issue here. So the Four of Pentacles in the reverse is vulnerability. It's like I'm not shut off or shut down anymore, but now I'm looking at the situation for what it is because the sun is here. And the situation is this person really a soulmate? It's like they're getting clarity on the situation. It feels like they've not really told you any of this. I want to say that this is all of their thoughts, and it's all coming out because they have been hurt like this before. It feels like somebody feels they've been duped before in this kind of situation. We have the Eight of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Seven of Wands. So I want to say that there was that you two had a connection here, but I feel like this person pulled away their energy. They pulled away their energy. There might have been harsh words. I think that this person is pulling away their energy because they're healing and because they're being silent because they want to take the higher ground, but they are holding their position because they don't think that it's possible that any of this can work out. It's almost like too good to be true. This person thinks that it's too good to be true. Tell me what the misunderstanding is here, please. Oh, somebody's hiding something. Okay, so someone's not being completely honest. And it doesn't mean they're lying, but it could mean that they're not being completely honest with you. The Knight of Swords is here. They're about to be honest with you, Pisces. And then we have the Four of Cups. I feel like you're going to talk about the reasons why this person didn't take your offer when you offered it the first time. This person feels like they're missing out. They misjudged the situation. I feel that they thought that maybe you wanted to put a ring on it. I don't think that you did. I feel like that this person also is guilty of not telling you a bunch of stuff. It feels like they've been hiding things from you and not really speaking to you about things. And the Knight of Swords tells me that they do want to be, that they want to come in quickly, for sure. Knight of Swords, but they also want to tell you what they've been wanting to tell you for a really long time. They want to be direct. They want to be honest. Yeah, it's time to talk about it. This person is looking over the Two Cups here. I like this depiction. They're looking over the Two Cups here, wondering if it's for them. Should I leave the party dates behind? Do I really want this Two of Cups? They haven't even looked at the cup on the shelf. This person probably ignored you or basically gave you a no when you wanted to get together with them in sort of an emotional way. Show them some emotional heart space. And I feel like you did that because you do feel this connection here. You feel this connection of the Six of Cups. So the Empress is here. So I feel like that's your energy. The Death card is here and the Queen of Wands. I think that this person, the way they misjudged you, it's almost like they thought that you were too good to be true, and they thought for sure that they would get you before you would get them. I think that when this person comes back, you're probably going to tell them that it's over and that you're on to bigger and better things. I think that this person, though, is incredibly attracted to you, and they never stopped being attracted to you. They know that they've misjudged the situation, and the reason that it all fell apart is because they were not being honest with you. But they've been spending time alone and by themselves. We got Virgo energy here. They've been spending time alone by themselves, trying to find their light. I feel like the sun is here to give clarity to whatever's going on in hermit mode here. Somebody has, the reason that they retracted their energy is because they needed to heal. It's like you held a mirror up to them, Pisces. You held a mirror up and they realized how truly maybe toxic or broken they were. And I feel it caused them to retreat. They realized that they were lying to you and they weren't showing you or telling you everything that they should have been telling you all along. So I think the misjudgment is that they saw you as something really beautiful and wonderful, but they misjudged the situation. I think that they thought you wanted to run off to the altar, get married, but I feel you just wanted to get honesty. I feel like you just wanted to be really honest and talk with them. You wanted to offer a cup and see if maybe, we're attracted to each other. Maybe this will work. But I think that they ran away. I want to say, I think that they ran away. We have the Hermit. Look at that, all these major arcanas. We have the Hermit, the Star, and the High Priestess. Something is about to change here because of all these majors. Something is about to change here. So we have Gemini, we have Leo, we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, we have Pisces, We have Aquarius here as well. We have Leo here as well. We have Virgo and Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. I feel that this person is trying to feel everything out with their gut. They are healing in hermit mode. And I think that if you have not heard from them, that's where they are. They're healing in hermit mode right now. This person, I feel, is going to communicate because they are still very much attracted to you. I feel like you're going to get some sort of communication here. I feel like what the person loves about you is that you give them stability. You ground them. And I think that they're coming at you or coming to you because they're ready to settle down. I think that's what they want to tell you, that they're ready to settle down with you. And they don't want to give you up because the connection you have, the chemistry that you have with this person is crazy. It's really crazy chemistry. Yeah, but right now they're in the Eight of Swords. You might not hear from them this week, but I feel like they are in hermit mode thinking about it. I think that they realize they misjudged you, that you don't need them. You're the Empress. You don't need to run them off to the altar to get married, slam a ring on it. You don't need to do that. You're comfortable where you are. You're the Empress. You're solid. You do your own thing. You don't really need them. I think that you just noticed that they felt like a soulmate and that you thought that things would progress from here. But I think that when this person misjudged you and they took off, I feel like when they came back, you said, no, thank you. No, thanks. I think that the Empress cut it off. I think you told them, no, you can't come back. And now this person you forced them to heal themselves because you've told them no. Good for you. I think this person is super attracted to you. Yeah. But I also feel like they are fighting a battle that you don't know anything about. I feel like things are going to start moving forward for them. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, and things are about to change. They're about to get out of their head. So you may hear from them maybe in the week ahead. We'll see what comes up with your reading for the week ahead. I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Pisces, for being here, and anybody who made it up to here. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to go for now. I love you guys, and I'm out. Take care. Bye-bye.